Okay. So guys, today we are going to discuss about the physical interface and cabling type. Okay. So if I ask you the very basic question, what do you mean by physical interface? Physical interface means the interface which you are physically seeing on the devices, right? Everyone. That is the physical interface. Okay. Physical interface is nothing. That is the hardware connection, or you can understand like this. That is the hardware component. Getting the point, everyone. And through this interface, we can communicate. For example, this is the switch, and these are the port. And this is called which port? Switch port, right? Everyone. Here PCs are connected, right? Everyone. There is a, for example, network module. And in network module, what we connect, guys? Uplink, right? Are tell me right now. And these uplinks are connected with the DR. Am I right? Everyone, right now. So what is this? These are called interface. These are called
What's interface?
okay. And what is the use of this interface? By the help of this interface, we can communicate, right? Because this switch receive the data from this PC on this interface, right? Tell me yes or no. Yes, na. And this switch will forward your data towards the DR by the help of which interface? This interface, right? So what is the use of interface? By the help of interface, basically help us to communicate. Fine. To share the data and to receive the data. Fine, na? Clear? Now, the next one is there are basically, guys, two types of switches. How many types of switches? Two types
Total.
of switches. See, modular switches and stackable switches. Again, I am telling modular switches and stackable switches. Fine. Now, what is the difference between modular switches and stackable switches? Please read the first point. Modular switches are the large network switches made up of multiple slots where different modules can be inserted. For your example, I just want to tell you modular switches in 95% case you will see in the data center. Where? In data center. Fine. For example, I am telling you again and again, DR, DR, DR. What do you mean by DR? I told you, na, this is nothing. This is the L3 device. Yes or no? Right? Are you tell me? Yes, na? Everyone.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So, for example, if in my company, if I use one DR, or it means one L3 device, maximum how many ports I will get here? 48 port? Yes or no? Yes. But tell me, for example, if you are working in the big company, if you are getting the 48 port, is this enough to support? For example, if in your company there are 15, 20 different floors or towers are there, is it possible to support all the floors or towers with the help of one DR? This is not possible, right? Because maximum you are getting how many ports? Only 48 port. It means your requirement is quite high. Yes or no? Yes. So in this case, you can say, sir, do one thing. Here, connect one more switch and connect both switch in the stack cable. Yes, you can do. But generally in the real-time company, we are not doing these things in the data center. Fine. A stackable switch we are using where? On the floor. Or you can say at which layer? Access layer.
That's
Fine. Na? But on distribution layer, generally we use the modular switches. See now, this is the image. This is just like a almirah. Yes or no? Yes, na? So this is the modular switches. Here, here what this is called module. This is called module. Fine. For example, if in your company all the ports are now full, all the ports are full. And for example, if your company purchase one new floor, so it means on this new floor you need some more ports here on the data center port. Yes or no? Because try to understand, if your company purchase this floor, so definitely on this floor there will be a hub room or access switches. Yes or no? Yes,
yes,
na?
sir.
And through this access switches, trunks are coming to connect DR. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So it means if these trunks are coming, so it means you need some more ports here. Yes or no? Yes. But right now, what happened? All the ports are occupied. There is no space. Now what you will do? You need to purchase the next module, or you can say slot.
Slot.
This is called slot or module. Okay. So you need to purchase it and you need to insert it here. Getting my point, everyone? So when you will insert, you will get more 48 ports more.
Sir,
Clear everyone?
sir, every time we have to buy that modular switches.
Yes. Every time means what? I am telling you, in the data center, generally maximum company use this one because this provides us feasibility. Getting my point? Because for example, if your requirement is only 20, 30, so definitely you will purchase only one modular port. Yes or no? Right now, one modular slot. And for example, currently in your company, you are working on, for example, 23 ports are there. So only one slot is enough. Suddenly for in your company, you need 56 ports. So you need one more switch or one more slot. So what you need to do? You do not need to purchase the complete switch. You can purchase one slot and you need to upgrade this switch with that slot only. That's all. Getting my point? Everyone understand? So
Sir,
basically,
that stand is available to how many switches is connected to them?
it
Basically,
depends on module to module. Okay, now you can just Google it, but it depends on module to module. Okay, for example, here I mention here 9400 switches, 9400. That is the latest one. So you can check how many slotted we can insert here. Okay, understand? So basically, modular switch generally in the data center we are using. Why? Because it provides us the customization and expansion. Right now, whenever you require. Clear? Everyone. Commonly used in the data center and large enterprises. Even at the ISP end, you will see the modular switches. Fine. Understand everyone? Yes or no? Clear na? Okay. Now, the next one is, guys, is stackable. I already told you stackable. Where we are using the stackable? Stackable we are using at the access layer. Generally, on the floor, you will see these type of stackable switch. For example, Cisco Catalyst 9300 model. That is the stackable switch. That is the stackable switch.
Which?
sir, 930 series switches.
Sorry, that is 9300 model, it is stackable, and 9400 is the modular.
Modular.
Sir, so we can't use the 9300 series in modular switch.
No, no. Here in that is the modular because that is the stackable because behind of this switch you will get the stackable port, and by this port you can connect the multiple switch. I already told you na ki how we can make this stackable. Yes.
Yeah.
And even in coming days, maybe in 1 or 2 days, I will share one video of stackable also. I already recorded that video, but I just need to edit this. I will share this stackable in real time how a stack is configured. Clear? Okay. Cool. Now I will see here what is the difference between modular switch and stackable switch. Modular switch, large chassis and multiple slots are there in the modular. Right now, here you will get the limited number of ports. Expansion is possible in the modular, but here expansion is not possible. If you want to expand the stackable switch, what you need to do? This is the interview question. For example, on this floor, 200 users are there and you have one 9300 module switch. Is your requirement will fulfill by the help of one switch? No. It means you need to expand your network, but how? You need the stack. What do you need, guys? You need to create the stack, right now. So in a stackable switch or in 9300 switches, if you want to expand the network, you need to create the stack. Clear? Understand everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Na? Okay. Now, cabling type. Okay, before cabling type, I just want to ask one question that is also very important interview question. For example, I am writing the command interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. interface Ethernet 0x0. Interface gig 0x0. Interface TE 0x0.
TW 0x0, TE 0x0.
TE. Interface TWE 0x0. So I write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of interface. What is the difference? If I am using the interface fast Ethernet 0x0, it means it support how much data?
10 Mbps.
100 Mbps.
100 Mbps speed, guys.
Oh,
If
that's what
Ethernet, then 10 Mbps.
10 Mbps.
If gig, then
1000 Mbps.
1000 Mbps or 1 gig, right? If T means guys 10 gig.
10
What?
gig.
Either you can write like this, TE gig,
What
but
terabytes, sir?
generally on the real time switches you see the TE interface. TE means 10 gig, okay, and TWE means, guys,
1000 gig.
1000 gig is quite high, brother. 25 gig.
25 gig. Okay, okay.
Yeah. TWE means 25 gig. Generally T 25 gig like this. Okay, now so don't confuse. That is very important questions for interview perspective. Okay, cool. Now cabling type. Generally, guys, in the company, generally you see there are two types of cable we are using. Either we are using the fiber cable or either we are using the Ethernet cable. Yes, na everyone. Yes or no? And I hope now everyone is aware what is the use of cabling. You guys need. I hope everyone is know what is the need of cabling, right? Na? By the help of cable, we are sending and receiving the data. Yes, na everyone.
Sir, recording.
Recording is yes.
Recording is going on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So by the help of generally cabling, what we are doing, we are sending and receiving the data. Fine. And for example, if you are using Ethernet cable, definitely the sending and receiving capacity is little bit slow compared to the fiber. Yes, na that is the difference. Tell me, guys, yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if we are talking about the Ethernet cable, so generally, basically two types of Ethernet cable. First one is the coaxial cable and second one is the twisted pair cable. And if we are talking about the fiber, there are two types of fiber cable. First one is single mode fiber and second one is multi-mode fiber. Getting my point, everyone? Is this clear to all of you? Tell me. Clear? Now, if I ask you the fiber cable, I hope maximum guys already see the fiber cable. Anyone here who do not see the fiber cable? Array, anyone? No? For example, if I am writing,
Yes, sir. We don't know.
cable image, see na? These are the fiber cable. Yes or no?
Yes.
See, I told you there are two types of fiber cable. First one is, guys,
Copper fiber cable.
fiber cable, single mode and
Multi-mode.
Multi-mode.
right na? See here, are you guys able to see these type of cable? This one, that is the single mode.
Yes.
Okay, na? Everyone. And here you will see the two. See, that is the multi-mode. Getting my point? Everyone. Tell me. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So that is the fiber cable. And when you see the fiber cable very carefully, you see fiber cable is made up of the glass core surrounded by different layers. That is called the, either you can say the PVC, Teflon, that type of layers. Okay? Tell me yes or no? Yes, na?
Yeah.
That is here. That is called core. That is the glass one. Okay, and that is surrounded by multiple layers. Yes or no? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. That is surrounded by different layers. That is the actual fiber. And by this way, through this, actually the actual data, or you can say light
Light.
signals. Okay, and see, that is very delicate. So that's the reason here multiple layers. These layers are made up of PVC, Teflon, like this. Clear na, everyone? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes.
So if you get chance to see the fiber physically, you will see, when you see na, at that point, you will see here light is blinking. And that is the real time troubleshooting. Whenever we got the ticket, or whenever we got the issues related to the uplink or related to the internet, we are checking these things. We are just removing the fiber cable from the SFP. For example, this is the switch, and I told you na, there are network module. Yes or no? Yes. And in this network module, we insert the SFP. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. And in this SFP, we insert what? Fiber. Yes.
Right.
So, for example, if I got the issues, for example, there are laptop users or computers, and these users are complaining, sir, I'm not able to access the internet. What is the issue? So, first level, you will try to check on this switch. Right now, your first troubleshooting step should be, you need to check on this switch. Yes or no? Yes. On this switch, first of all, you will check what? This switch is up or not. Fine. Up means power is supplying good or something. Everything, on every LAN cable, you are getting the uplink, yes or no, like this. Fine. When you will check these things, what you will check? You will check the SFP, guys. What? SFP. Right? You just remove the SFP and change the SFP. Fine. If this is also not work, then you can check the fiber. Then you can check the fiber. How you check the fiber? Just remove the fiber cable from the SFP and just see inside the fiber cable very carefully. You will see there is a light blinking. There is a light blinking. If light
It
is
can light
coming,
is blinking.
there is no problem with the fiber. Fiber is good. If light is not coming, then you can understand, yes, definitely there is damage in the fiber. Getting my point, everyone?
How can you test it, sir? That one?
Array, tested means
I
just see
think
the fiber cable. Just
Yeah.
close your one eye, and from one eye you need to check these where for example, see, let me, okay, see this one. Is this visible now? So you just, this is the cap. Okay, na? This is the cap for protection only. Okay, so you just need to remove it. Fine. And here through this hole you need to see. And when you see na, through this hole, you will see there is a light blinking. Getting my point? Understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
if
Yes,
you
sir.
are able to see the light, it means there is no problem with the fiber. Fiber is fine. Getting my point? If you are not able to see the light, it means there will be a damage in the fiber.
Okay.
Understand? So if all the steps you will check, and if you get everything is fine, then it means on access layer, it seems everything is fine. Then you need to check on the DR end, because on of your fiber, one end is connected on the access port on access layer switch, and one end is connected on DR end. Right? Na? Yes or no?
yes.
Yes. So now you need to check on the DR end. Just remove the SFP again here, check the replace the SFP, check the fiber, check the ports, everything. So basically that are the troubleshooting steps we are doing in our day-to-day life. Okay. Now, I already mentioned here, guys, one table. I will share this content with all of you. Just read all these things. What is the meaning of this one? And I already told you. Find 10 base F, that is the Ethernet standard. Here I write the standard and what is the meaning of that standard. For example, here I write 10 base F. It means that is the older standard. It means 10 Mbps. That is Ethernet. Yes, na? Everyone. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes,
So
sir.
these are the Ethernet standard I mention here, and what is the meaning of that? Okay, so please read that one. Now there are two types of fiber. I told you. First one is the single mode fiber, and second one is the multi mode fiber. Yes or no? Single mode fiber means what? Single mode fiber is that cable that carried only single mode of light. That is the transverse mode. These are used for the long distance transmission. So please remember only one line. Single mode fiber carry your traffic for long distance. We are using the single mode fiber for the long distance connection, and multi mode we are using for the small one. Multi mode fiber cables have larger core. Larger core means, guys, core means what? I already show you, na guys. Core means. Are you guys able to see core? See,
Sir.
that is, I told you, na, that is called core. And by this, through this core, actual data exchange. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
So in multi-mode, that core diameter is large, or you can say that is in multi-mode fiber, that is big. Getting my point? Understand? So that allows light signals to pass through that at the same time. Because of this, data can spread and becomes less clear over the long distance. I just give you one example. For example, if this is the bottle, and in this bottle complete water is filled, and if I do a small hole here, and if you press, definitely the force is high. Yes or no? Force will be high.
Yes.
And if force will be high, it means your water will carry long distance. Yes or no? Yes. And for example, if you do not hold it, you just open the bottle, and when you press, then the force will be less. Yes or no? And this
Yes.
water will carry the less distance. What is the reason? What is the difference? Here, when you open the bottle, what will happen? It means when you open the cap, it means the diameter of the bottle or hole is high. Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
So that's the reason your water is not going too much distance. But in case when you do a small hole, what will happen? Your water will carry the high distance. So in the same way, here in the fiber, in single mode, the diameter is less. So that's the reason force is high and it carry the long distance. But in case of multi-mode, what is happening? Diameter is high. If diameter is high, it means whatever the light will spread. And if light will spread, it's carry long distance. Sorry, short distance. It's clear, everyone, I hope.
Sir,
Tell me.
repeat again, sir.
Sorry.
Please repeat again. At a short distance, multi-mode fiber, light will be short distance.
Yes, light will be short distance because here diameter is high. Diameter is high here of the core.
Okay. Cool.
Okay,
Okay.
na? So that's the reason light is spread here. So if light is spread, it carry short distance. Okay.
Okay. Well, long distance is the core is higher.
In single mode, core diameter is less, or you can say
Okay.
small. Okay, so that's the reason it carry the long. Okay, na?
But its low is coming in that distance is very higher comparing.
Sorry, while?
It meanwhile the core is very small. The light travels to the distance
Yes.
at the core very higher speed.
Yes. Yes. So that's the reason multi-mode fiber generally we are using in the small company. It's not small. In maximum company we are using the multi-mode fiber because, for example, if you have a different floor and there will be a one data center, so definitely multi-mode fiber is enough. Fine. Na?
Sir,
It's
sir,
a
in
lot of
single
people
mode
is there,
fiber.
Single
Sir,
mode generally we are using, for example, if your company purchase the data or from any ISP, for example Airtel, so it means Airtel data center
It
will
comes
be
through single
any
mode
other
fiber.
place. Na? For example, my company is in Noida and Airtel data center is in Delhi. So distance is high, na? Right, na? Are from Delhi to Noida, definitely there is a distance. So in this case, generally we are using the single mode.
Single light pass and in multi-mode
Yes.
fiber, multiple lights pass.
Multiple light, yes, you can understand like this. But at the end, flowing is data. Okay? Understand now? I already mentioned here, guys, what is the difference between single mode and multi-mode. So see, in single mode, it carry the single mode of light and it carry the multiple mode of light. Mode means just understand the ray. Okay, na? Suitable for single mode is for long distance and it is for the short distance up to 2 kilometer. Okay, and it is for up to 80 kilometer. And I already told you single mode diameter is small, na? Yes or no? Core diameter is small, right? And in multi-mode, core diameter is high. Fine. In single mode, you will get the bandwidth, this one, around 1 lakh. And here in the multi-mode, the bandwidth is little bit less. Okay. And single mode is quite difficult to handle. So that's the reason in many times you will say these fibers are coming inside the ground. Getting my point? Even I think you guys already saw these things. Many ISP just dig the earth and inside the earth these types of fibers are coming.
Yes, sir. We saw on the
Yes. And who is the field engineer, network field engineer, who is doing the troubleshooting on these part? Okay. Okay. Cool. Now the next one is, guys, Ethernet cable. And I hope maximum guys already know what is the use of Ethernet cable. Anyone here who don't know Ethernet cable, guys? You know, na everyone, Ethernet cable. Are tell me.
yes, sir.
Ethernet cable. Okay. That is the Ethernet cable. And by this, through this cable, what we are doing? We are connecting our laptop, our PC with the switch. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, na? That
Sir,
is called. Mhm.
how much of distance is there, sir? Actually, Ethernet cables is going to, because that wirings is coming.
See, actually, distance, if you are asking,
It
how can
depends
I?
on category.
Yes, it depends on the category. Exactly.
You can Google it.
Cat 6E, Cat 6,
Sorry.
Cat 6E, Cat 6, Cat 5.
Yes.
Cat
Yes,
5.
exactly. There are multiple. There are multiple category, brother. Actually, for
Multiple
example,
speed and multiple
Cat
distance.
5E. For example, Cat 5E. It supports up to around I think 1 Gbps or maximum distance around 100 meter.
Okay.
Getting my point? For example, Cat 6. Cat 6. It also support around 1 Gbps and it's maybe I think 100 meter or something or 150 like this. You can Google on it. Cat then the next
100
version of
meters.
Cat 6 is around I think Cat 6A, and nowadays I think we are using the Cat 7, Cat 8 also. Fine, everyone.
Yes.
So for every category, there is a different you can say capacity to or you can say that support the different distance. Clear?
Sir, it is a longest distance is there. How it is? How can you select
No,
the
no, for
longest?
longest distance we are not using, guys, because otherwise you will face the latency. Okay. And basically there are multiple for example, coaxial cable. I hope maximum guys know coaxial cable. These cables and these are the cable we are using in our setup box in TV, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
And that is the coaxial cable. So coaxial cable used to connect the device and send the signal. It is the central copper wire. See na, that is the central copper wire na everyone. Yes or no? Right na? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And generally we are using here for the TV signals or cable TV like this. Now the next one is guys twisted pair cable. So twisted means what? That is some wires are twisted. Yes or no? And why we are twisting? Generally we are twisting to reduce the interference. Getting my point, everyone? For example, we are using the RJ45. Right now, what we are using? RJ45. That is also twisted pair cable. Clear now? Now again guys, STP cable, UTP cable. What do you mean by STP or UTP? Anyone? STP, what is the full form of STP? Shielded. Or UTP means unshielded.
Unshielded.
So what do you understand shielded or unshielded? Shielded means extra layer. Yes or no?
Okay.
Or unshielded means there is no extra layer. Fine. So now tell me, which one will be expensive? Shielded or
Shielded will be
unshielded?
expensive.
Shielded? Yes, shielded will be expensive because shielded have extra layer, or you can say foil like something or copper like something. Getting my point? So basically that is shielded because it protects multiple interference. For example, electrical, air, multiple interference. So that is STP. And UTP means guys, here there is no any types of extra layer. Getting my point? Yes. So it has little bit interference, more interference compared to the STP. Fine. Now, if we are talking about the Ethernet media, do you guys know about the P2P? If in networking, generally we are writing P2P.
Point to point.
P2P is guys point to point. So point to point means what kya? If I am telling Manjunath, hey, just whatever you are thinking, just tell me point to point or straightforward. It means what I am expecting. I am expecting what he is thinking. He can tell me
Straight over
directly.
cables.
Yes, without any fear. Getting my point? Yes or no? So that is something guys, point to point. Point to point means if this is the PC and if this is the PC and these PC are directly connected like this, it means that type of connection is called P2P. So in point to point Ethernet connection, there is a direct dedicated link between two devices. It means each device is connected to another directly using a cable. There is no other devices. There is no other devices. For example, if I am telling you, this is the router 1, this is the router number 2, and with this router there is a switch, and there are multiple PCs are there. Again, there is a switch, and there are multiple PCs are there. There are multiple PCs are there. Now, if I ask you, tell me between R1 and R2, which type of connection is this? That is P2P. Yes or no? Because R1 and R2 is directly connected with a dedicated link. Yes or no? Yes. And but here on this link, multiple PCs are connected. It means all the PCs are sharing this same link. Yes or no? Yes, na? So that is the what is the meaning of this? This link is called shared link. What is called shared link? Because all the PCs are using the same link to reach the router. But this both router are sharing only single dedicated link for their communication. So that is called point to point. I hope everyone understand point to point and shared.
Yes.
Right now. So in point to point, there will be no collision because only two devices are there. Right now. But in case of shared, there will be a chance for collision. Yes, everyone. Now, who has better performance? Definitely point to point has better performance, and point to point is more expensive because you have a dedicated cable right now for two devices. So that is a little bit expensive. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone?
Sir, how much of cost is that one?
Brother, I don't know the exact cost. You can just Google it, but I think cost is of one fiber around more than 20K around. Okay, so you can Google it, but I think so, because this is quite expensive. Understand, everyone? Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So that is all about, guys, how actually the fibers and how actually the cables are connected with each other. Okay, so that is all about the physical interface of the physical interface and cabling type. Okay, so generally we are using the physical interface and cabling type according to our requirement. Fine. Is this possible? Sir, you can ask, sir, do one thing with the help at my computer. Can I connect my computer with the switch by the help of fiber? Yes, you can. There is no problem. But it depends. Does your company afford? Tell me. Does your company afford? No. For example, if this is the PC and I am telling, is my company afford this PC to the switch? Here fiber cable? Answer is no. My company will not afford here fiber cable. My company will afford here RJ45 cable only. Yes or no? Yes. Getting my point? Here, in this slot, we are using the which cable? Tell me. Fiber cable. Right, na? Everyone. Yes or no? Correct. Tell me, guys. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I ask you very basic question, basic question. What do you mean by SFP? What is the full form of SFP?
A
Yes,
small
sir.
form factor.
Very small.
Form factor.
I think small form factor something, right? Pluggable. P for pluggable, right? Something like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay. So how many types of SFP? How many types of SFP? You guys know?
Hold on.
Types of SFP Cisco. See, SX, LX, ZX, 100 base, 100 base, LX like this. Are you guys able to see? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
See, these are the different types of SFP. Okay, and it depends which type of SFP you are using. Getting my point? I will share these things, this one with all of you. Please read this one. Okay, just read, not memorize, just read for your information. Okay, which type of SFP? Generally for 1 gig we are using the GLC. Getting my point, everyone? Understand? GLC, that is the different modules of SFP. Are they clear na everyone? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes, sir.
So basically there are 3 module, guys. SX, LX. Just a minute. First one is generally SX. Then you will see LX, and then you will see ZX. So generally there are 3 types of modules in SFP, or you can say not module, that is the types of variant. Getting my point? SX means, guys, that is for short distance or short range. Getting my point, everyone? LX means long range, or ZX means extended range. Are you getting
Extended
my
range,
point?
you say?
Sorry, extended range. Extended range we are using for the single mode. This one we are using for the single mode fiber. For 80, it support around 80 kilometer.
80 kilometers. Okay, okay.
Okay, and LX support around 10 kilometer,
Okay.
and it support around 550 meter like this.
Okay.
Okay, so if your data center is very near, then we can use the SX. But generally in my company also we are using the LX. Clear na everyone? Understand? So basically these are the variant. These are the types of variant of of SFP. अरे understand ना? Yes or no? अरे clear भाई, बता दो.
ऐसा
But in some book or in maybe on this website also you will see SRI already told you, right? LRI already told you. In some book maybe you will get about the ER, extended range. Okay, and some book you will get the ZR also, guys. ZR also. ZR means, guys, that is for the ultra long range. Getting my point? And it also support the single mode, right? Na? अरे जितनी लॉन्ग रेंज वो क्या सपोर्ट करेगा? सिंगल सपोर्ट करेगा ना भाई. अरे देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ फाइबर ना, सिंगल मोड और मल्टी मोड. सिंगल मोड वी आर यूजिंग फॉर लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस और शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस. लॉन्ग
Single
डिस्टेंस.
long distance.
long
And,
distance.
and dual mode or multi mode we are using for the short
Short
distance,
distance.
right? Na? So for example, if SR, LX, so these models support, guys, multi mode. Yes or no? Right? And for example, ER, ZR, so these support, guys, single mode. Clear na? Tell me,
Yes.
guys, yes or no? Yes. So that is all about, guys, physical connection. Clear? Everyone.